Live, local, now.
One of the top prosecutors in the Robert Tellis murder trial sits down only with the 8 News Now investigators the day after the verdict. Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Sasha Loftus.
And I'm Brian Loftus. The trial for the former politician who killed investigative journalist Jeff German now over after 2.5 weeks. Vanessa Murphy has this interview with Chief Deputy District Attorney Chris Hamner. You'll only see here on 8.
Prosecutor Chris Hamner sharing what it was like to take on Robert Tellis as he took the stand in his own defense.
Unequivocally, I'm innocent.
I think Mr. Tellis felt very strongly about probably telling his story exactly the way he wanted to tell it, and he got the opportunity to do that.
The way this testimony happened,
I didn't kill Mr. German.
A first for Hamner. Defense attorney Robert Draskevich asking the judge to do it by narrative, meaning he doesn't ask his client questions while Tellis shares a story and claims of being framed.
You believe that professional assassins want to draw attention to themselves when they're carrying out murder. That's your testimony?
When they're framing someone, yes, sir.
His answers are, as I said, they were incredible, and not in a good way. Like, it was bad. You know, he would say things that just didn't make sense.
Hamner and prosecutor Pam Weckerly pointing to evidence like Tellis's DNA under Jeff German's fingernails, videos, photos. There were more than 400 exhibits in the case. Later in the trial, Hamner dropping a bombshell. This "Where are you" text from Tellis's wife the day of the murder, which shook up his alibi. Hamner says it was a challenge to find it, though. It wasn't on Tellis's phone, while it was on his wife's Apple Watch.
We go and get the pictures, and sure enough, it's there. And so that's kind of the genesis of it. But it really was out of a frustration of, I can't seem to find the "Where are you" text that everyone seems to be talking about. It's just not in the phone.
Also unexpected, this photo. Draskevich suggesting this driver appears to have hair.
Look at the profile.
How much of a curveball was that photo from Draskevich in his closing statement?
Listen, he's a great attorney. And I think he did an amazing job with a really difficult client. I don't envy the position he was in. I thought he did a masterful job working with what he had to work with. So I give him credit for finding the exhibit. But, you know, when you look at it and you kind of zoom in, what starts to happen is like the pixelations kind of change. You look at all of it, it's not going to amount to reasonable doubt when you have all that the DNA evidence. I mean, it was overwhelming, the evidence in this case.
In the end, the jury agreed, returning the guilty verdict for murder after about 12 hours of deliberations.
What did they say took so long?
I think it's just the process. You know, it's a collaborative process. You can't just steamroll your way through it. I think they understood the gravity of things. But I'm really relieved, and I'm really happy for the German family. They've gone through a lot.
In October, Judge Michelle Levitt is scheduled to decide the sentence for the enhancements for use of a deadly weapon and for German's age as a senior. They could both add an additional 1 to 20 years on top of the sentence of 20 to life. Reporting in downtown Las Vegas, Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
Hearing there from Chris Hamner. Vanessa also interviewed defense attorney Robert Draskevich. You can watch that interview over at 8newsnow.com.